It's in the
5.
finals.
That's why they're in first place, right? That was last year as well.
So Killingly's Ware will be red on your scoreboard, as you see, and Chapman green as they tie up.
Woo! Wow. Blake Chapman coming out of injury. Don't let the 10-0 fool you. Starting a takedown 10 seconds into the match.
Yeah, got a nice single leg there and spun it right around and see if he'll try to control, or what do you see going on with that hand there?
Hand control. Tell it to my youth wrestlers all the time. They don't listen too well, but once you control the other guy's hands, he can't control you with those hands. Hopefully you're going to see that a lot in these finals.
Now these two physically very similar, sort of the tall, the lanky 106. A lot of limbs.
Oh. Whoa. No. He had 2. The ref waved it off. Now he's given the 2.
All right, so that was 2 there for Ware. And now Ware in control. Center of the mat.
Gotta get your head off the mat, Blake. Start wrestling. It can't be easy with one shoulder out.
Right now he's got that control, trying to spin him over.
Ware here, he's working some legs.
He's got that underarm hook. Okay, so he gave up leverage there.
Yep, but he's taking his arm now. He's got his other arm trapped under him, coming across the throat with the claw, some might call it. Working for wrist control, though. Again, same thing as those hands. You control those wrists, control those hands. You can try to get the guy over. Oh, man.
He's close.
Got a wing in.
You see Chapman.
And a half.
There it is.
Oh, man.
Almost to spin him.
He's trying to reverse, but at the same time, you don't want to give up your back. Going to be out of bounds here. We got Rob Cross officiating here, one of the Kiowa refs.
See the clock now, only 4 seconds remaining here in this period.
Okay, so they gave Ware an escape and then a takedown. That's interesting.
In the 3-2 lead as we're almost to the end, and we have a stop time here. Bloody nose, it looks like, on Chapman. So Chapman, and we saw this last year. I love this more than I've ever seen anything last year when they Hannibal lectured the kid's face, kept him out on the mat with the gauze around his face. And at that moment, I realized wrestling was different than anything else we had done on game day. I joked that, a drop of blood hits the floor in basketball and they evacuate the building. And here, the kid was bleeding like a sieve, and they just wrapped gauze around his face and sent him back on the mat.
Yeah, I don't believe too many other sports have blood time.
No, I don't know. Does hockey allow you on the ice with bleeding? Because I don't think any sport does. This is the only one that if you're bleeding, they accommodate you as best they can. So you see there the left nostril.
Wouldn't be much of a match if you had to stop, completely call the match every time someone bled.
No, especially with
the bloody noses.
Yeah, especially as easy as the nose, right? I mean, it's almost impossible to grapple for the time that they're out there and not get one.
There's some people that just you tap them on their nose and that's it. That's it.
Again, to quote the greatest wrestling movie I've ever seen, Vision Quest. Loudon Swain was a bleeder. Couldn't keep the nose from bleeding, but he overcame that, defeated shoot, went on to glory. So we're gonna have Ware in control, 3-2, end of the period about to buzz. And there we are, end of the first period. And Kaden Ware with a 3-2 lead over Chapman. What did you make of the first period?
I think these guys are pretty evenly matched up, but you can definitely tell that Chapman here, he's injured. He's can't really wrestle the same. So,
the nose is bleeding, coming off the shoulder. But he has the position. Let's see if he can turn it into something, or if we'll get a early escape for Ware. And there it is. I'm trying to take it into a takedown too. There's 2 more.
Yeah, Ware makes a wider margin of the lead.
Chapman's got the leg though, trying to see if he can.
He's working his way out. Possibly.
If he can get his head around that, nice job by Ware gaining control again. For a second, it looked like Chapman was going to try to try to escape and put himself in position, but now he's got the hook.
This might be night now.
He's got
Especially on the shoulder.
Yep, there comes the turn. He lost it, though.
Oh, man.
Lost it on the turn. Now he's got it again, though, and you can see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, this kid, I don't know if this kid should be out here with the shoulder like that, but
Chapman's in some trouble right now.
he got to give the kid. He's got some guts, got some glory. Made it to the finals this way, but.
Ware trying to spin him. Chapman just fighting.
There you go. Blood's
bleeding.
out of the nose.
Yep.
We're not stopping it here, though, because basically they're in a tie. We don't want to give away the advantage to the Killingly wrestler.
He lost his mouth guard. The nose is bleeding, and now they're going to stop it.
Kid fought it. He fought off his back. Kaden Ware had double chicken wings, not just one. Gave him the 2-piece.
Sports doctor likes double chicken wings on a Saturday night, sitting at home watching sporting event. He likes the double chicken wings.
That's pretty rough down there right now, guys. It's like I said, it's a bit one-sided right now, and like you said, he's a little beat up down there, is Chapman, is he not?
I would agree. Kid's got a lot of heart, though. Takes a lot of heart and courage and bravery to step on the mat, especially with one arm.
Chicken wings on a Saturday night, Casey O'Neill, right up my alley.
I know it is. Well, I think you nailed it on the head, CJ, when you saw, the 10-1 record usually is indicative of missed time, right? You're not wrestling a lot. He comes out in basically a shoulder harness right now, and he's had to wrestle already today in order to get here. And in order to get here, he had to decision Owen Burton of Colchester, which he did, Bacon Academy, beat him 7-0. But, in order to do that, you don't know what that, you get a tweak, you get the arm banged, and those injuries, those things can linger. And then you come up against a physical kid like Kaden Ware. And, Ware went right. You could see there was a tactical decision to go for. That's clearly a strategy going for and working the arms. We see sometimes, people work the legs. It was clear that he wanted to make him work upper body.
Absolutely.
Sport.
If a lion sees a zebra with an injured leg in the wild, they're going for that zebra. That's what this is. This is primal out here. These guys are fighting. They're fighting each other.
It's a championship right now, and you're going to do whatever it takes. So we got Blake Chapman of Montville down right now, 6-3. He is the number 2 seed in Class S.
No, I believe it says that he was second in Class S
second in class last year. Okay, you read these better than I do.
I know, we got
only a sophomore, though, so a lot of wrestling ahead of him. And Kaden Ware, only a freshman.
He was the Hartford Hall winner and the Lancer Invitational champion.
At 42-1 on the year as a freshman. That's a pretty good career ahead of him.
Well,
if he stays at a weight class that,
Yeah, if he keeps these numbers up for 4 years, he's going to be in the, up there in the winningest, 160 career wins is, some people celebrate 100.
Yeah, 160 is ridiculous. So Ware in control over Chapman. Has the advantage, riding up top. Again, you can see we're trying to work the. He likes those.
Chicken wing. And the other one, he's got a cross arm.
He likes the cross arm because that's what he's been going for. Right now, Chapman's just trying to survive this period. This has been a tough period for him. Look, that says it all right there. Right now, it would not surprise me if this kid couldn't continue. I give the kid credit and then some. Heart of a champion for sure, but a tough way to start the tournament.
Like you said, wrestlers are a different breed. This kid from a young age, these kids get these bloody noses when they're 5 and 6. Their coaches say, like you said, we wrap them up, get back in there. There ain't no water break, there ain't no timeout. No, you got to get out there. So I don't know if he's come all this way. Is he really gonna stop now?
Not with 8 seconds left and then a period, right? You're doing anything you can right now to keep you on the floor. Stay on the mat at all costs. And to his credit, Kaden Ware has just, been very methodical. No real lost effort. He's just stayed on top of him, stayed in that cross. Every time he could get a cross arm, every time he could get the chicken wing locked in, he just tries to grind him down. So cleaned him up. They'll get back to it with 8 seconds remaining in the period. Right now, and we've seen stranger things happen even in the year that we've done this, but right now it really feels like Chapman's trying to survive. Ware's just trying to put him away. It would be shocking to see Chapman turn this around, but he's 8 seconds away from a clean slate.
Yeah, no, I'd say Kaden Ware has been very dominant this whole time.
There he goes right again on the injured arm. And that's the end of the second period. It'll be 6-2 Ware in control.
Going neutral. So if you guys remember, right off the whistle, Kaden Ware shot in the first period and almost got tossed to his back. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're about to see him do the same exact thing right now, or hope for it.
Chapman needs a takedown, and Chapman needs to be able to get on control, maybe score a near fall, or Chapman needs to get Ware on his back is what it comes down to.
Yeah, and that's the thing about wrestling is, you could have a 10, 14-point margin on your opponent. If they catch you and put you on your back and pin you, it's all over. It takes 2 seconds.
And there's 2 as Ware continues to up the lead. Pretty decisive 8-2 lead right now.
No back points yet, though.
No one's been on their back. As much as Ware has tried to get Chapman over, Chapman was able to fight it. He's just been very content to work the arms. He's got it cinched in right now. He's in good position.
Yeah, he's just got to ride this out for a minute, not make any mistakes, and he's going to walk away with this championship, and as a freshman.
It's impressive, an ECC championship right out the gate. And since since Chapman's only a sophomore, depending on weight classes, these two could see a lot of each other. .35 seconds and counting remaining, and Kaden Ware well on his way with an 8-2 lead and in control of a game. Blake Chapman.
Nice half Nelson. You can't fight it when your shoulder's popping out. Oh, again, all the respect in the world to this kid.
20 seconds, and at this point, if you're Chapman, you're just fighting. You don't want to get pinned, right? You fought this hard. You just want to ride it out. You'll take the 8-2 loss.
Ooh.
You'll take the 8-2 loss, but you just don't want to. You just don't want to get pinned. And the crowd recognizes an absolutely game effort by Blake Chapman. But there is your first ECC champion of the day, Kaden Ware, with an 8-2 decision over Blake Chapman at the 106-pound weight class. The two wrestlers, and it can't say enough about Blake Chapman's courage. He did a great job, and up next is going to be Connor Doran of Ledyard, the 1 seed, and Asim Samuel, the 3 seed from Killingly in the 113 final. But the Sports Doctors got our first champion.
Freshman Kaden Ware, freshman. Boy, when you got that early lead, what was your mindset to continue to match on?
Just to keep pressure on him. I knew if I could try to keep his weight for it as much as possible, I could try to ride him out the whole period. Maybe go for some backs, but that was just my plan.
Does it make things easier on yourself when you're wrestling from ahead?
Yeah. When I thought through this match, when I was sleeping last night, I went over everything, and I was excited, and I wanted it.
Congratulations, you're a freshman. We're going to see a lot of you in the next 4 years.
Thank you very much.